everybody. Hi there. My name is Claire. Thank you very much for coming out. Hi, you guys were amazing, by the way. Yeah, so as you can hear, I'm not from these parts. I'm from Scotland. Yes. Somebody just you shouted, did you shout Tesco, sir? Amazing. The meal deals are so good. Hell yeah. I'm from Scotland, but I moved to LA like a few months back, and I love it here. I've been doing stand up for a couple of years now, but this is my second ever LA gig. So this is my second ever one. Yeah, we'll see if you're still clapping by the end. Let's just see if we can keep that enthusiasm going. So yeah, basically the first time I ever did stand up was in Burbank, just up the road. And it was okay. Like, it kind of spooked me a little, because hecklers at the front, they were both from Scotland, and they shouted out, "Mon the Scots!" And I know you guys probably don't know what that means, but when you're a Scottish person in a foreign place, and 2 or 3 other Scottish people shout, "Mon the Scots" at you, you know you're in for an embarrassing fucking time. You think Americans are embarrassing abroad, Scottish people are fucking horrible abroad. So I came off stage, and they'd grabbed this guy, they'd hijacked this young American lad, and they wanted to teach him about Scottish culture, not about the art or the music or the food. They wanted me to help teach him about Scottish words, like bampot, which means idiot, and my personal favorite, the word jobby, which means shit. And they were saying things like, "Do you know what jobby means, you bampot?" And that was the level of the conversation, pretty much. I used to really fucking hate the way that Hollywood depicted Scottish people as green ogres and drunken dwarves, but quite frankly, we fucking deserve it, really. Like, we are a fucking embarrassment. Anyway, I'm here in LA because I got divorced last year, and yeah, some people are like, ugh, yeah, but that's more the response, yes. And I turned 40 as well. Like, Jesus Christ. So I thought I would move to LA because this is a good place to start my midlife crisis. It's going really fucking well, you guys. Clearly. Hi, Mom, I made it. So basically, it all started even well before that, before the divorce, 2 years ago. On the first day of the separation, I decided to get waxed because nothing says independent woman more than standing in a cold, dark room whilst a stranger rips the hair from your body as she stares into the eye of Sauron, as I like to call it. And that was the start of my journey into Mordor. But it's kind of a weird thing being single after 20 years because I was with somebody for 20 years and I know nothing about dating at all. And I had to learn about all these weird games that people play, like ghosting. You all know what ghosting is, right? So I had to learn about ghosting the hard way through sadness and disappointment. Because it turns out that standing at the end of the bed dressed as an actual ghost at 4 a.m. in the morning doesn't really win you a second date. I have tried and failed. And then I had to learn about something called breadcrumbing. Do you guys know what breadcrumbing is? It's like when somebody talks to you a little bit, then they stop, then they talk to you a little bit, then stop. And I thought breadcrumbing sounded like a really fun game. I just thought it was like sexy street pigeon role play. I mean, don't touch it, it's diseased. Memories. Anyway, so I had to learn about all these weird games, but also the strange people that you meet along the way. There's a specific group of men that I like to call the Batmen. I don't know if you guys have encountered the Batmen. So the Batmen by day are these fun and charismatic sort of guys, and by night they're these kind of weird, moody loners. And it turns out there's a reason why Batman needed a goddamn bat signal, because he never answered his fucking DMs. Nope. So that's the Batmen. And so we've got the Batmen, but they're very sensitive, the Batmen. They love to cry, and we can, sort of cry shame them. They're sensitive types. I've had Batmen cry in front of me in bars, in the back of Ubers, in coffee shops. One Batman cried before we had sex. I say before because we did it anyway, It's not a real date to me anymore unless the guy's fucking crying his eyes out by the end, So that's the Batman. But actually, I met a really lovely guy before I moved here. It was going really well. I invited him back to my apartment for dinner. Going great, music, dinner, great conversation. And at the end of the night, he stood up. He walked to the door, he was leaving. He gave me a hug, and then he pulled away and he looked into my eyes and he said, "Thank you so much for helping me realize that I love my girlfriend." I know. I think the words you're looking for are "fuck that shit." So I moved to LA. Yes. So I moved to LA and decided to go on a healing journey, because what's LA living without a fucking healing journey? Another one. And I decided to start that healing journey on YouTube. Where else? And I learned a lot of really interesting things. Do you want to know what I learned on my healing journey? Okay, cool. So on this healing journey, I learned that adult love mimics how we were loved as kids, all right, which is really deep, you guys. This one really resonated with me, okay? So when I was younger, my parents liked to show love by not showing any emotion at all. We used to sit in separate rooms, and we wouldn't speak to each other the whole night. And I know that sounds really sad, but it's not at all, because I fucking hate emotions, and I love being alone. Like, I fucking love it. And for the last few years, I've had a really lovely relationship with my scented candles. It's lovely. They smell nice. They're real thick, and they last for ages. I love my scented candles. And trauma bonding is a toxic trait. That is another thing that I learned on my YouTube healing journey. So this is something I did a lot. I always trauma bonded, and it was terrible. So the last guy that I trauma bonded with, I told him that when I was 10 years old, I found my dad's Laserdisc porn collection. Yeah, I know he had a Laserdisc porn collection. I know, like, I don't know if you guys remember what Laserdisc porn is, but it was like CDs the size of vinyl, and you play movies on them. Like, and they were like a thing in the 90s for like a moment. So I found this Laserdisc porn collection nestled in between Terminator 2 and Speed, which sounds like a really great fucking time, to be honest with you. But my mum hated the Laserdisc porn. She fucking hated it. So when she found the Laserdisc porn, she tried to destroy the Laserdisc porn. She tried to bend it, she tried to break it, she took scissors to it, she tried to smash it against the wall, and at the end she just fucking gave up. And I have this like lovely image of this tired Scottish woman just sitting there in her pajamas, cup of tea, slippers, with a copy of New Wave Hookers 2 lying next to her, unbroken. Those things are fucking indestructible. But it's not just, my healing journey. I have a friend as well that's gone in their own healing journey as well. My friend recently also split from her husband, and she said to me, I think maybe you might be gay. And I was like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, I'm open to anything. Like, what makes you think that? And she went, yeah, like, I took this test online. It was the Are You a Lesbian online PDF. It's multiple choice. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. So she decided that she was gay for a moment because she took an online PDF that told her she was gay. So I started to imagine what the questions must be like. Like, do you hate your ex? Yes or no? If it's no, you're gay. I was like, what the hell? I ended up not taking that test. I was not admin curious. So I ended up not taking the test. And she's not gay anymore. So go figure. I haven't looked at it since. But I've decided at the end of it all just to embrace my midlife crisis in LA. And I wrote a song. This is the first time I'm playing this live for you guys. It's a sort of quite an existential song. I don't want to end on a low note, but it's an existential song written on my travels. For anyone out there that's ever been lonely, traveling, thinking existential thoughts. So I'm going to play this song, and you can join in. The lyrics are very simple. Okay, here we go. The song is called Pants in Japan. Pants in Japan, eating my flag. My name is Stan, with pants in Japan. Shorts in New York, I'm in the snow. Thank you very much for listening. Oh, shit. Fuck. Mic drop. Thank you very much. You're very sweet. Good night. Have a lovely evening.